In 2002, I had a tragic accident which caused my eyes to be temporarily blind for all. This experience gave me a glimpse into what it feels like to be visually impaired. And you know what? This made me to feel pity and sympathy towards people with disabilities, which caused me to change my course of studies from medicine to special education. During my studies, that was when I saw the possibility into what people with disabilities could do. And this changed my mindset from that pity and sympathy to empathy and be passionate to empower people with disabilities. I was opportune to work in different special schools. During my work with visually impaired children, I found out that children between the age of 3 and 6 were not given opportunity to start school. That is, there is no single kindergarten for the young blind children in Lagos State. And this formed our passion to establish Swing High, a preschool for the young blind. My name is Olakunle Joshua. Swing High, a preschool for the young visually impaired children, established to solve the problem of lack of access to early childhood education for the young in Lagos, Nigeria. We have come with a solution. Number one, an eco and child-friendly environment for the young visually impaired children. And secondly, an alternative and capacity building curriculum for the children. Now, this includes cognitive and fine motor skills, also daily living skills. This is where we train them how to cope with their daily activities, how they can move about independently, how they can do things on their own. Mobility training. This will enable them to move around without the assistance of anyone. So, entrance to literacy. This entrance to literacy is very important because this will enable them to go to any regular schools around them. Of course, we involve the parent of these children. That is why we train them, empower them on how to cope and train their children by themselves. We want to say a big thank you to Kantari State Funding. You have given us opportunity to carry out our proposed solutions. Kantari State Funding has enabled us to rent an apartment where we will train at least 10 visually impaired children for a start, purchase equipment that we use to train these children. Equipment like a bouncing castle, equipment like swing, slide, equipment that will develop their finger dexterity. So we are blessed to have this equipment because with this equipment, our training will be made easier. And lastly, scholarship is there for these children. The scholarship enable all the category of parents, all the category of children to have access to this training, whether rich or poor. So we'll be able to reach out without segregating or discriminating or have a kind of setback in training any qualified beneficiary. We want our children to acquire skills that will enable them to be able to go to any regular school or sighted schools around them anywhere without the fear of lack of special teachers. We want the regular school to see our children, to see their talent and possibility of what they could do. Because after our training, they would have acquired how to read and write Braille. They would have been able to move around by themselves independently. They would have acquired daily living skills. We want our children to acquire skills that will enable them to be able to go about their daily activities without depending or relying on their friends in the class. In fact, we want our children to graduate at employable age. We want the parents of our beneficiaries to be happy, to go about their daily activities. Parents are seeing their children already as liabilities because they can't move out. We want our children to change the stereotypical belief of the society about them. When we came across Kantari, and after going through the curriculum, we actually recognized the opportunity we have been waiting for. Because as at that time, we lacked necessary tools to successfully run our organization. And going through Kantari, we learned and we're given all these tools. For example, proposal writing, grant making, and how to organize your team. The learning and workshop are experiential. A big thank you to Kantari for the opportunity given to me. Thank you.